Hey, what's up, Facebook? Once again, hanging out in the car, talking to you guys. And then we'll put this on YouTube and whatever. I'm Ken, the Modern Samurai. You find me all over the place. Go ahead and like and subscribe these videos if you're kind of into it. We have a small but growing community, and that's really all you can ask for this. You know, I'm not out there riding skateboards. I'm not shooting big 50 caliber guns and things, though I look forward to doing that at some point. What we are doing, though, is we are driving home after getting a couple of parts. Let's go see if I can show you what. So this is the New Jersey in the winter kind of a deal. We're just kind of cruising through the snow. But, so what we're doing is finishing up getting the new computer online. And what I wanted to fill you guys in on is, you know, when you're doing troubleshooting on these things, you really want to, you know, look at everything. You can't just like be locked into the problem. So before I moved from my old computer to my new computer, I, you know, took a Windows update. I run the Insider Preview editions of Windows. And the last thing that happened before I moved away from my old workstation was I started getting an error that the system wasn't recognizing one of my hard drive sets. So, you know, I figure, well, I'm leaving this machine anyway. Maybe there's an operating system problem. So I just moved the drives over to the new machine. And I got to tell you, I was having such a problem when I would plug in my external drives, my internal drive wasn't noticed, and back and forth, I copied data off. I thought maybe one of the drives was going bad. And I'm starting to think that it's possible, since it was happening on the old hardware and the new, that I've got one of two things going on. Either one of my SSD drives is going bad, and my personal, like, what I'm working on right now, data lives on a pair of 512 gigabyte SSDs. So I'm replacing those with one terabyte Samsung Evo 850 right now, and then I'll get another one of these to have a 2 terabyte stack. But it's either that, or I have had in the past problems with multi-port USB 2.0 hubs, in particular the 2.0 stuff. And I had two 7-port Amazon Basics branded USB 2.0 hubs. And I was getting a couple of weird notices in Device Manager from those as well. So I ripped those out because I don't need that many ports now. Maybe that'll be it. I don't know. We'll see. So I might have bought this drive without technically needing to. But I'll move from a pair of 512s to one 1TB. I'll add another 1 TB later, be it 2, which will give me a little breathing room, and I'll still have all this space in that machine for expansion. The new computer has 10 eSATA ports and a whole bunch of places to hide SSD drives. It's kind of insane. Hey, Jessica. Anyway, so there's that. So that's going on. We got some snow happening. I swung by the UPS store. I picked up the new camera cage for the G7. I have some video of the old camera cage. I ordered one, I didn't like it, I sent it back, and I have this one. So I'll show you that, and I'll show you the video from the old one. So we've got that vlog to go up. I gotta edit it later once I get this machine back where I can do some editing. I have a herd watching live stream to do tonight or tomorrow around this whole, like, you know, Russian report that everybody in the world is running about. We have some stuff to talk about in the confirmation hearings, so I'm really happy with the way those are going. You know, grandstanding from Marco Rubio, who's still a pretty bitter person, and some of these other guys aside, I think it's pretty clear that almost all the cabinet appointees of incoming President Donald Trump are going to get approved, which is exactly what I want. I look forward to seeing what his Supreme Court pick is, but I'm really kind of excited about the way that's coming in. I almost, you know, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. You almost wonder if maybe there wouldn't be political advantage to holding off on getting rid of the ACA for a year, just so you could sort of separate the performance of the Trump administration from all the wailing and gnashing of teeth and pain that people are going to have around whatever we replace ACA with. Even though ACA is falling apart, over budget, doesn't work, is a freaking nightmare. Prices are going up, premiums are going up, yada, yada, yada. No matter what you replace it with, because sort of the full nightmare of the ACA hasn't come to pass, And the apologists are still going, well, we're still working the bugs out. No matter what you replace it with, there will always be this nostalgia from people going, oh, if we had only given Obamacare more time, it would have been perfect. And like whatever inevitable teething problems come from whatever's new, there will always be this sort of sense of nostalgia around what Obamacare could have been, because let's face it, these people weren't paying any attention to the realities anyway. I don't know. Anyway, we have a lot of that to talk about, but we'll do more of that over in Herd Watching. That's about as political as I'm prepared to get on this one. So yeah, I'm going to get this drive in. I'm going to get that machine up. If you hear screaming from New Jersey and the East Coast later, it's because it turns out that the problem I'm having was neither one of the old hard drives nor getting rid of the USB hubs. And if I power that machine on again at some point in the next like 12 hours and my personal data directory is not recognized again, I'm going to be pretty unhappy. Now, I don't have a ton of data at risk. Most of the important stuff backs up to OneDrive, and then everything that's pretty much the whole machine backs up to a service I use called CrashPlan, which is my off-site backup service of choice. I mean, I've got like 12 terabytes of space, so it takes a long time for all of my data to get backed up to CrashPlan. In fact, it takes months, or has taken months. But once it's up and running up there, then it's only sending the changes, and it does a pretty decent job of keeping up. I have to get on the guys at Fios's, but at the moment I think I'm on a 75/75 plan, and I'm paying a reasonable amount of money. I'm going to go to the 150/150 plan, and I got to talk them into one of those, you're a new customer offers, because at the moment I could get 150/150 with pretty much all the channels I'm using and the DVRs, and pay, if I was a new subscriber, I'd pay less than I'm paying now for 75/75. That's not going to work for me. I mean, if I'm going to get penalized for being an existing loyal customer, then I'll just, jump over to Comcast for a year, or Optimus or somebody, and see what they can offer me in the way of speeds. Though I do love my Fios, but I'm not going to pay double what I need to a month just because I happen to be a loyal customer. I'll wait for a year and come back and let them fight for my business again. So, Verizon, if you're listening, come on, let's just get on this. I don't know whatever anybody else is doing this weekend. I hope you're having, I hope you're having a good weekend. I want to give a good shout out to a guy I'm coming to know, Tony. I mean, we don't, Tony I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll link him off of I'll tag him off the Facebook post. Just a really good guy. I've been enjoying his live streams. We've never really had a conversation. I'm sure he knows more about me from my live streams than any other way, and I feel like I'm coming to know the guy. And his dog, he calls him his son. His dog passed away over the last couple of days. Fidelis was the name of the dog, which is incredibly cool as a name. And the guy live streamed. He was with his dog, and the dog passed away. He'd been sick for a short period of time, and I know exactly what Tony said. He jumped on Facebook Live, and he was there with the dog at the water's edge, and he was going through a really rough moment, and he reached out to this audience. He hit the button and went on Facebook Live so that he wasn't alone. And I get that. We don't really talk about anything much, guys, and we haven't built a really large community yet outside the people I know, and the Herd Watching community is political but different, but I'm starting to feel that way. This is a very interactive channel. I'm loving broadcasting live more than I do the pre-recorded vlog entries, and I think I'm going to really wind up doing a lot of this particular channel live, with the exception of reviews and the set pieces. And I can see that feeling during a moment of change or an important life moment. I know a lot of people who I know on Facebook, and there would be an urge, under the right circumstances, if it wasn't going to involve the private information of people other than me, I might just hit the button and come out here and talk to you guys about it in real time. It's becoming it's becoming very comfortable to talk in this format and just sort of jump out here and get the word out to the people I know who are on Facebook all the time and are liking these live streams, and the people who I'm starting to get to know who probably know me just from the live streams, and the extended Facebook family of people I argue with and tussle, and we argue about politics, or maybe we don't argue about politics, and you get to know people, and that's the best side of social media. It's not the insular echo chambers, it's getting to know people that you wouldn't know otherwise. And yeah, it's easy to dismiss that. And would it be better to be able to get all these people together and go to a diner and have a meal anytime we wanted and really be in their physical presence? Would there be value in that? Yes. Would it be better? But a lot of the people I know, a lot of the people I'm close to, they don't live anywhere near here. And if something were to happen and I wanted to communicate to them and reach those people or let them know what's going on, this is a format that does a great job in that, in a way that I wouldn't be able to round them all up. Or it's not worth interrupting their day and calling them up and making them listen to the story of whatever happened, or not knowing whether they're busy or not busy. This way I can put it out there. You take it or leave it, you watch it or don't. And if it interests you, then we've had a couple of moments together. And go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know that you're finding this interesting. Smash the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Show up during the feeds if you can, or at least let me know later that it was interesting. But I like having you guys out there. So thanks for taking the time. I know this was a little bit nerdier than normal. We're talking hard drives, we're talking USB hubs, as I'm driving here on a snowy Saturday in Jersey, but I appreciate it. And if anybody's thinking about taking the plunge, and right there in the bottom of your Facebook app, there's that little go live thing, and say, hey, leave a response. Just take a challenge and take 30 seconds this weekend, and before Monday morning, just put up a Facebook Live. Just say hi. Let everybody know. Just wave. And you might find you like it. You might find that you have something to say. There's never been a platform quite as immediate, with quite as large a reach, that was quite so tailored to reaching the people who are already involved in your life as this. Try it. Enjoy. All right, I'm going to go work on this machine. I'll probably drop another video tonight, let you guys know how it went. Oh my God, what? 2 videos a day? Yeah, well, don't get used to it. Take it easy, guys. Oh, as soon as I can reach the finish button. All right, now, or you hang up first. You're still here. Go.